That was very weird. I'm sorry, guys. I guess my stream just restarted. And then we're in the middle of the episode. That is really weird. I guess I'll have to upload this into separate parts. But either way, okay. I was this close, man! I bet I would have won! But I bet the defense wasn't doing too badly either, right? We'll settle this some other time, and I assure you I will win when that time comes. Like I'm gonna let that happen? I don't think so! I hope they don't end up hurting each other. Oh, don't worry. The three of us have been good friends since we enrolled here. Heh, we even have proof for our friendship. Proof? Like physical evidence proof? Yes. We're studying for a career in law, and in the legal world, evidence is everything. Yeah, as long as our friendship lasts, you can bet we'll be carrying them around. Ah, the famous legal academy ingenuity at work. So what exactly is this proof of friendship anyway? Well... it's a secret. And if I show you, it'd be bad luck. Oh, okay. I knew it. There's definitely some discord in Junie's voice. Our friendship is sacred and inviolable. It's not something to be put cheaply on display. Then why would you bring up that you have, like, evidence? Like, we have evidence that this, you know, we have whatever. But, like, yeah, that's weird. That's almost showing off. That's showing off in my opinion. Or at least the form. Proof? We don't need no stinking proof. Us three are friends forever! You guys are the ones who brought up proof. I'm not... I can hear Discord in their voices too. But they're talking about their friendship. What's going on here? Something wrong, Athena? No, it's nothing. Oh. Alright then. Hey, isn't that... Everyone stay right where you are! Don't move a muscle! Detective Fulbright? Is something wrong? Why, if it isn't my little lawyer friend! Sorry, but the small talk will have to wait! Juniper Woods? You're under arrest for the murder of Constance Court. Oh, that's bad. Yikes. I'm what? Wait a second. What's going on here? Why are you arresting Junie? Please, Detective Fulbright. We're involved in this case, too. Aha! So the lawyers who the dispatch said were first on the scene. I can't tell you everything, but I will say this. There are two major reasons for arrest. Number one. That's nice, okay. The suspect led somebody to where the body was. I didn't. And number two. The crime scene is exactly how the suspect portrayed it in her script. But you can't arrest her on just those grounds. True, but there's more. However, Prosecutor Blackwell specifically told me to say no more than that. So Blackwell's the prosecuting attorney on this one too? Detective Fulbright, we found this in the suspect's pocket. Hmm? Why, there's blood on this. That's evidence we made for the mock trial. A mock trial? Never heard of such a thing, but it sounds fishy to me. Real fishy. Right. Now, if you would, officers. Yes, sir. But... Junie! I have to do something. I can't let them take her away like this. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do. Hold it!
Hold it! I refuse to believe that she's the killer! Junie! I've decided. I'm going to defend you. I'll fight with everything I've got. Athena. Junie, it's good to hear you say that name again.
Hate to interrupt your bonding time, but... aren't you rather new to all this? You're barely even a lawyer. Well, I don't have much experience, and I may need Apollo and Mr. Wright's help at times, but nobody believes in Junie as much as I do. I'll help you too, Juniper. There's no way you murdered your professor. Athena... Apollo... Thank you both. I'm counting on you. We've got your back, Junie. Guess things worked out after all. Now that you have your lawyers, Mr. Woods, it's time for us to head back to the station. I can't believe Junie's been arrested for murder. And I can't believe I accepted her case without asking Mr. Wright. Take a deep breath and relax, Athena. I'm here to help with whatever you need. So let's get right on the case. Right. Huh. I don't have this case left in the hands of rank amateurs. If anyone's going to solve this case, it'll be me. Time to investigate. Why, that smug little... He hasn't even finished law school. Hugh! That was totally rude! And you're not the only one on the case, man! I'm in too, big time! Juniper Woods, I'm gonna save you! Now that those two are gone, let's get back to what I was talking about in front of the stage. About the mock trial, that is. Oh, right, you said that the victim's location, position, and so on were just like in the script. Exactly, but without the script or any props, it's kind of hard to explain. Perhaps I could help, air forehead. Nice! So, we're gonna get a callback to, the prosecutor from Apollo Justice's game. It's been a while. Prosecutor Gavin, what are you doing here? You two seem to know each other. Is someone going to introduce me? Well, I do believe we have a fresh face here. Greetings, Roline, I'm Claudia Gavin. Some knew me as a prosecutor, but I'm most famous for my former rock band. They were quite popular, you know, but regrettably, band went kaput. Perhaps you've heard of us. The Gaviners? I was the vocalist. Never heard of your band. Then again, I was out of the country till only recently. But, can I get your autograph? You just met him like 3 seconds ago and you want his autograph? Forgive me, Fraulein, but I retired from the music biz. But I'd be happy to offer my autograph as rock star prosecutor Claudia Gavin. Oh, okay, that one then. She's a lively one, eh, air forehead? Didn't know she was your type. She's the newest member of Wright Anything Agency, that's all. Nice to meet you, I'm Athena Sykes. Pleasure to meet you too, Athena Sykes. Now that the injuries are out of the way, I'm sure you have some questions for me, yeah, helpful head? Bonus. Why are you here? So what are you doing here, Prosecutor Gavin? I'm here for the same reason as your boss, to give a lecture and a training seminar. So he's the famous prosecutor they invited. And I have another crucial role to play. The Gaviners are getting back together for a one-time special performance. Even though you guys disbanded? Which was a shame, by the way, really. Yeah, I know how much you adored our music, Air Forehead. Anyway, I studied abroad in Germany to get my badge early, but I did graduate from here. Wait, so that performance Junie mentioned. I see you've already heard about that. One student representative was selected to sing with us on stage. And the stage was supposed to look like this tomorrow. Wow, that is nice. Looks like like a Starry Night background with Phoenix versus Claudia Gavin statues. Interesting. 2 big banners and a pair of wicked statues. It's just an illustration, but it's not half bad. Wicked statues? Wait, are these supposed to be you and Mr. Wright? Bingo, Fraulein. And they were so big and magnificent too. Terrible waste. But the worst part of this whole thing is my long-awaited reunion with my mentor never came to pass. Wait, don't tell me your mentor was Professor Court. She was the one who taught me how to think about the law. Even though she's a judge professor or whatever, maybe she was the prosecutor professor at the time. Maybe. Constance Court. So Constance Court was your professor here at the academy. She may have taught the judge course, but she had a huge impact on me. Oh, so she was still teaching it then too. Okay. She was fond of saying, the end is only justified through proper means. She wouldn't tolerate dishonesty and always revered what was right beyond all else. I can feel Prosecutor Gavin's sadness. Oh no, I think I'm gonna cry. Athena, are you tearing up? Though I can't blame you. Prosecutor Gavin knows a lot of who he is to Professor Court. Exactly. So, as you can see, we are both joined in purpose, so to speak, huh? Now, let's rock this place hard. Huh? I don't follow. Let's rock what? Forget already, Air Forehead? I said I'd help you explain the mock trial. We're going to reprise it here, right here, in the lecture hall. Might help us to catch a killer. October 24th, Themis Legal Academy. 3rd floor lecture hall. Mock trial reenactment. All rise. Right. The stage is ready. And you, Air Forehead, ready to rock? No, the defense is not ready to rock. You saw the actual mock trial earlier, right? Just relax, you'll do fine. Besides, we have the script right here. Junie's masterpiece? The one everyone's been talking about? Yeah, and there's only one existence. I borrowed it, if you will. Now, Fraulein, we need you to play the part of defendant and judge as per the script. Okay, got it! I've only read the case outline so far. I don't know how it actually turns out, so I'll treat this like I'm prosecuting a real case. You, Air Forehead, will play the part of a fledgling lawyer, a role you were born to play. All the evidence is also here with us. We have everything we need to reprise the mock trial. Très bien! Let's get started. Defendant / judge Ace Attorney Athena Sykes is psyched and ready to rock. Court is now in session for our reenactment of the mock trial. Or what I'd like to call the mock trial. That's kind of an... Yeah, a double mockery perhaps, but a trial is still a trial. Achtung, baby! It's no holds barred. Let's rock! Can't we take it easy today? Objection! It may just be a mock of a mock, but there's only one way to compete. You play to win. So remember, each time I catch you slacking off, I'm holding you in contempt of court. Great. A judge that voices her own objections and abuses her judicial powers. Bits. Interesting. I forgot about this part. It's kind of an interesting format here. Summary of the facts. Now then, Prosecutor Gavin, your opening statement, if you please. You got, Fräulein Judge. Our case is set in a school very much like this one. The victim, a prosecutor, female. The defendant, an archery club member, also female. Oh me, oh my. I'm innocent, I tell you! That's some seriously bad acting, Fräulein. Anyway, the victim's body was discovered in the middle of the quad. Here's a shot of the crime scene. Ironically, it was Professor Court who posed as the corpse. Airforehead, how did the mock trial participants react to this photo? Mr. Newman was surprised by what Professor Court was wearing. He reacted with, "Oh, the green sweatsuit." Mr. Newman, that was the red guy. Person. That's not exactly what I would pick up or pick to focus on, so why would he care about that? Or, that's not exactly what I would pick to focus on, so why would he care about that? Too much of a fledgling to know what's important, that one. In any case, both the mock trial and the actual case, Professor Court was wearing a sweatsuit. Moving right along.
Hold it!
Hold it! Hey, wait a sec. The body was discovered in the same area as the mock case, although there was a stage. Plus, the murder weapon, an arrow, and the lack of blood are also the same. That's right. And therein lies the significance of this mock trial. So let's keep rocking it hard, just like that. Defense's argument. As if in the cases in this game, the defense ever gets an argument after the prosecution. 1 second. I will be right back. I gotta use the bathroom. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Before the crime occurred, the defendant was to meet with the victim in the quad. Let's see here. When I arrived at our meeting place, I found the professor with an arrow in her stomach. But it wasn't me, I didn't kill her. You don't have to ham it up like that, Athena. It's called getting to character, air forehead. Don't be such a wet blanket. Right, let's see. Oh, yeah, then Hugh said. A frail co-ed used her bare hands to stab her professor with an arrow? I don't think so. At the time of the murder, a male student was seen, holding a bow in the archery club room, which has a clear view of the quad. Just snipe, that's the argument. He shot the arrow to the victim before my client even got there. 9-9, air forehead. That feigned swagger does not suit you in the least. Order, order, order! Especially you, Mr. Justice. Yeah, but I was just trying to get into it like Mr. Euro Rocker said. Prosecution's rebuttal. So the victim was shot from the archery club room before the meeting even took place. Hence, the defendant cannot be the killer. That seems to be the defense's assertion. Prosecutor Gavin, do you have any objections? The autopsy report notes that the edges of the victim's wound were unusually ragged. Could such physical trauma possibly result from an arrow shot from a bow? 9. I believe the victim was impaled with the arrow by hand, post-mortem. In short, the real murder weapon was not the arrow at all. When Robin was prosecutor, he had a tough time determining the real murder weapon. Well, he's just a student, warm-backed. Well, I'm the real deal, the headliner, so to speak. The true murder weapon was most likely the awl that was left in the art room. An awl? What's that? An awl, you say? What might that be? It's a kind of tool used for poking holes in paper, wood, and other materials. It's kind of like an ice pick. I have a photo here if you're interested. Gross. It's all bloody up the handle. Please tell me it's just paint. Most likely, Fräulein. Pretty realistic, yeah? Let's pretend it's real blood for now. The defendant's fingerprints were lifted from the murder weapon. Furthermore, traces of the victim's blood were discovered in the art room. That's where I believe the murder actually took place. So, the question now is, how did the body get from the art room to the stage? How the body was moved. The murder took place in the third floor art room, but the body was found in the quad. It must have been quite a chore moving the body all that way. Not all? There's a maintenance area and storeroom right outside the art room, and a cart used to carry bowls around was found there. Oh, I think I've seen one of those before, but that's a pretty big one. A jumbo, yeah? Big enough to fit a person. Or a body in it. The defendant dropped the body from the art room window, then moved it with a cart. That is how a high school girl could easily move a body all by herself. You don't say. Objection! A body dropped from 3 stories up would show signs of massive blunt force trauma. Objection! So, for some of the objection voices, most of the time I will try to match with the voice sound effect, and then kind of tailor their voice to that. But from experiences I've had listening to maybe other voice actors for this character in the past, maybe like videos, and just kind of his personality, it makes a lot of sense, even though he's German, to give him this accent. And so the objection for both Apollo Justice's game from Claudia Gavin and for this game, they sound quite different from my version, but I still like to maintain it because I think it fits his personality as a rocker. So that's just a little bit of lore there, so to speak. That may be true, but he failed to account for the large high jump mat in the storehouse. A body dropped onto such a mat would show no signs of blunt force trauma. Yikes. It's almost scary how similar this whole case is to the mock trial proceedings. Quite the crafty killer. In an attempt to cast suspicion on the archery club. They moved the body to the quad where it would be an easy shot from the club room. And the killer faked the murder weapon by inserting an arrow into the old stab wound. Sounds like he has only high praise for Junie's script. With any further arguments in the defense? Nope. It seemed like the teacher who was playing the judge was satisfied too. Time for the finale then. Your verdict, please, Fräulein Judge? Huh? Oh, right, that's me. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Juniper Woods... Wait a second. Even if this is just a mock trial of a mock trial, I don't want to declare Junie guilty. Perhaps not such a good idea. Let's not mock trial here. Yeah, because I said a verdict wasn't reached anyway, so... It's emblematic of, or symbolic of the fact that our case can go the other way. Or anyway, really. Besides, about time I get back to my investigation. Thanks, you two. That little run-through of the mock trial cleared up quite a few things. Mock trial script out of the court record. Achtung, baby! Prosecution's already got a witness sized up too. That was quick. Prosecutor Blackwell's almost too good. You're sure in a helpful mood today, Prosecutor Gavin. Well, he's not opposing counsel, so... Well, like I said, I just want to catch whoever killed Professor Court. And there's no reason for me to start butting heads with you two. Anyway, I won't say goodbye, as I'm sure I'll be seeing you later. I always thought prosecutors were all a rather scary bunch. But Prosecutor Gavin seems pretty nice. Yeah, even in the game that he appeared in as the primary prosecutor, Apollo Justice State's attorney, he was pretty helpful. Like, I would say he was probably one of the least threatening prosecutors in the game. But maybe that's... Well, actually, I'm not sure, but he was definitely not incredibly threatening. Because, like, on the opposite end, I would say, is Prosecutor Growed Up from Trials and Tribulations, like my favorite game of the series, would definitely be the hardest prosecutor, I'd say. I think the challenges he poses and the testimonies presiding over and just kind of the difficulty curve, he was the hardest. But Prosecutor Gavin seems pretty nice. Yeah, he's not so bad as prosecutors go. We should get back to investigating too. We don't have nearly enough information yet. And we also have to tell Mr. Wright that we accepted Junie's case. Right. Looks like we have our work cut out for us. Okay. October 24th, Demas Legal Academy. First floor hallway. Ah, Mr. Wright! I heard they arrested your friend Juniper. Yeah, Detective Fulbright just took her in. I refuse to believe that one of our students is capable of murder. We must prove her innocent by any means necessary. The end justifies the means. So quite different, ideologically speaking, from Constance Court, the victim, who believed that the end is only justified by proper means. What do you mean the end justifies the means? I, Professor Means, always say what I mean, and mean what I say by all means. Here at our esteemed academy, we train our students to produce meaningful results. You believe in Juniper's innocence, do you not? Of course I do. Junie wouldn't even hurt a fly. Precisely. We have justice on our side. The only other thing we need are results. It is the height of folly to endanger your client by failing to pursue all means possible. Sure, I want to prove her innocence, but I don't like the sound of that, the end justifies the means part. Well, you are still young and idealistic. It's no wonder you failed to see the wisdom therein. There is but one thing to do now. I must personally take up Juniper's defense. You're going to take her case, Professor Means? I may be a professor, but I'm still licensed to practice law. In fact, I have even battled Professor Court in court. No kidding. So you guys are rivals or something? No, nothing of the sort. She was an esteemed colleague at the academy and in court. You see, both Professor Court and I graduated from this academy at the top of our class. Wow, I bet they both used to really bring it. Now, if you'd excuse me, I'd best go discuss the case with Juniper. Professor Means, please wait. I didn't want to say anything, but Paul and I already agreed to take her case. It's true, Juniper's counting us to prove her innocence. Really now? You two? And when were you planning on telling me? Sorry, boss, I know we should have asked first, but... Relax, your friend was just hauled away in front of your eyes. Sometimes you just have to make snap decisions. And I think you made the right one. How... wonderful. Very well, Athena Sykes. Let me ask you just one thing. As a lawyer, what is it that you treasure beyond all else? That's an easy one, Professor. Seeking justice for my clients. What a wonderful answer. Juniper must be overjoyed to have a friend such as you. As a professor, I too shall do whatever I may to help her. And if you decide to take the end justifies the means strategy, come see me at once. Let's hope it never comes to that. Now, if you would excuse me. Yeah, this application, Sideshow, runs much better than the other application I was using, and that other one was like totally sucking up the bandwidth, and I had to use my phone as well instead of just being able to use my computer. So I think this makes it a lot better. But yeah, it's running much better. Well, time's a wasting. You better start investigating it fast. But first, how about I tell you everything I know so far? Yes, please. About the murder. Have you learned anything new about the case? Actually, I ran into Professor Gavin and he told me something interesting. Seems the murder took place in the art room. There's traces of a large pool of blood there. So the police believe the body was moved from there to the stage. What? Really? Just like the mock trial again. The police are searching the art room, but whether they'll find anything, well, what? Come to think of it. Let's do our own crime scene investigation before it gets too crowded around here. Huh? Are we allowed to do that? It's no big deal as long as we leave it exactly like we found it. Plus... no, never mind. Now, where was I again? But there's really no need to talk about it right here, right now. I want you two to find out for yourselves. I just saw on the left, I don't think I noticed that before when I played this game the other times, but it says guilty dogs on a poster on the left wall below the window. It's kind of cool. Rumor about the academy. So were you shocked by your conversation with Professor Means? Oh, I guess so. Actually, that was pretty shocking. The dark edge of the law. I'm sure you've heard those words before. Sure, a number of times. Prosecutors file false charges and lawyers fight back by fabricating evidence. There's a lot of that going around these days. But the question is, how is it related to the case at hand? Training students produce results. That is the school's policy. Well, that in and of itself isn't a bad thing. Right. As long as those results come by fair and honest means. Oh, but what was it that Professor Means said? That... the end justifies the means? To survive the dark age of the law, you must use any means necessary. Fabrication of evidence and false charges are unavoidable in the quest for results. That's what they're preaching here at Themis Legal Academy. But what'll happen to our legal system if results are all that matter anymore? Relax. It's just a rumor. I'd take it with a grain of salt if I were you. Oh, that's a relief. You had me going there for a minute. Wait a second. What if Mr. Wright examined the victim's body for a reason? Maybe he was worried someone might actually tamper with the evidence. I think that about wraps up what I know so far. The fact that this case closely resembles Miss Woods' script is obviously important. Knowing that, you should probably try and identify what's the same and what's different. Okay. I'll try talking to as many people as I can on campus. Let's go to... Oh, the maintenance area is new. Let's try that. October 24th, Themis Legal Academy Maintenance Hall. Or, sorry, maintenance area. So this is the maintenance area. Pretty fall vibes. Let's see. During the mock trial, Prosecutor Gavin said that the art room is right above here on the 3rd floor. And that the body was dropped from there onto a high jump mat from the storehouse. Right, and then he claimed that the body was transported to the stage in a ball cart. And then... There's someone else here. Hey, it's Robin! Whoa, you scared the crud out of me! Portland, hey, it's good to see you again. It's good to have you here. So today I was just in a really good mood, and I think I'm on a more positive end of the mood, you know, swing. And I mean, I've been wanting to stream today, but it's just an added bonus, kind of. But yeah, so I decided to stream today. Sorry about not streaming much at all and not streaming much Dual Destinies. It's just been really busy and kind of a hard time lately. But I hope you've been well and doing well. And it's good to see you again. So we're on episode 3, the Academy episode. Yikes, right back at you. So what are you doing out here? I'm working out so I can become strong enough to save Juniper. But I'm so worked up, my training brace almost breaking at the seams. Oh right, the girl you like got arrested, so you're psyching yourself up to rescue her? Yes, because I'm the manliest of manly men. That's why I work out with my manly brace. Oh, also, something I wanted to say is I apologize that I haven't been to your recent streams, a couple of your recent streams. I always try to, but it's just kind of been busy. But the next time you stream, I'll try to make sure I get to that. You're on the second to last case of Great Ace Attorney 2. That's great to hear. Is it good so far? Like, how far are you in it? I'm curious, because 4th episodes are usually really good. Except that I hear some discord in that men's voice of yours. I don't mean to be rude, but can't you talk without shouting? Sorry, I'll try not to shout so much. If at all possible, that is. Which is not at all possible by the sound of it. So do you mind if I ask you some questions as Junie's lawyer? No problem, ask away, keep them coming, man. Ouch, my ears ache already. Robin Newman. Robin, could you tell me a little more about yourself? You wanna know about me? I'm a second-rate member of the Fine Arts Club. The Fine Arts Club? Looks like broken pieces of looks like broken pottery or plaster. Maybe this is the source of that noise we heard. There's supposedly 2 statues on this stage. I think Robin's voice is wearing on me a little bit. First day of the trial portion, so far for a penultimate case. It's real good, I love it. Nice! Now, I've heard from someone else that the Great Ace Attorney 1 isn't very, or they didn't like it as much, but I told them I've heard great things about the second game, and so they're looking forward to that. But I wonder, what's your opinion on it again? I think we talked about it before, but I'm assuming it's good. I'm really excited to try it. Once I get through these games, of course. There's supposedly 2 statues on the stage. I seem to recall hearing that a co-ed from the Fine Art Club had made them. 2 big banners and a pair of wicked statues. This is just an illustration, but it's not half bad. Wicked statues? Wait, are these supposed to be you and Mr. Wright? Bingo, Fraulein, and they were so big and magnificent too. What a terrible waste. Say, did you create those statues by any chance? Or those stage statues by any chance? You bet I did! Both of them! Put my blood, sweat, and tears into those things, man! It must have been terrible seeing them all smashed up like that. Nah! I couldn't face Professor Court if I let something like that get me down. What do you mean? Professor Court was the Fine Arts Club advisor. She was all about truth and beauty, man! Interesting. That's interesting that they save a lot of mysteries for the second game. I have to wonder then if they're gonna make a third game, because the original trilogy kind of did that, and I think that's why it was so strong that each game was connected. Because with the first and second game, you kind of have a little bit of unanswered questions. In the third game, especially the final case, which is like my favorite episode and also favorite game, kind of ties it all together. Bonus, okay. Well, and even if like the setup game is still good, that's like a real good mark of success, considering setup games are like setup elements in any narrative is hard to kind of make enjoyable in a sense. But I'm really looking forward to it. So thanks for your opinion on it. I like to hear your perspective on this. Yeah, I don't know. Dang, that's a shame. Oh well. I just think personally trilogies work really well, but then maybe that's my bias. Professor Court is the Fine Arts Club advisor. She was all about truth and beauty, man. She always said the only good result is the truth. At that end, only lawyers who seek the truth through legitimate means produce worthwhile results. Yes! I'm totally on your guys' side. She must have been an incredible woman. Yeesh, and you call me loud when I practice my chords of steel. About the murder. Oh man, why'd I have to take the prosecutor course? I mean, how am I supposed to save Juniper if I'm starting to be a prosecutor? Don't worry, I'll clear Junie's name, you'll see. The three of us had a dream, we swore to make it happen together. Prosecutor, lawyer, judge, the three of us would hold fair and honest trials. The darkest of the ha! We were gonna put a nail in his coffin, man. Wow, you guys swore to do that? But no, that stupid school rule had to ruin it. School rule? Which one? Any other prior conviction, no matter how minor the offense, they won't be allowed to graduate from this stupid holier than thou school. Oh. That's not good. A tough legal academy with even tougher rules. Junie will never become a judge unless I can prove her innocence. I mean, that kind of would have been the case already without that rule, because most of the time I feel like they're sentenced to life in prison for these charges in these games. Or even execution, like Daily Hawthorne. Granted, Daily Hawthorne is a very special case indeed. One of the evilest characters in this entire series. And if I fail, the three of them will never realize their dream. It's like someone put pressure on my pressure. I know, I think an Athena game would be interesting. Perhaps I'll be considering that now, because maybe she just need a little bit of time. But Apollo got his own game to introduce his character, so I think it would be apt to have Athena kind of have her own game and then come back to the Write Anything agency. Well, I mean, she might be a part of it still, but I also think a Franziska von Karma game would be cool, because she's like one of my favorite characters, if not my favorite. I think a game about her and like maybe Interpol investigations would be great. Whoa! Did you make that? Let me fire in the kiln for you. Just give it to me, I'll take care of the rest. I think I'll pass on the firing this time. Dodgy bullet there. Yeah, I'm wondering too, because I thought I heard someone that they're going to make another Ace Attorney game and another Miles Edgeworth game. But I'm not sure if that's accurate. Yeah, Francis needs to come back, and so does Gumshoe. Like, honestly, they need to come back for sure. They're such integral characters to the series. I feel like we would need to have them again. Oh, let's ask him about this. Ah, that paper! So, Robin, is this article true? The author of that article has been gunning for the three of us for some reason. It's been nothing but trashy articles like this as long as I can remember. Maybe the author just wants your attention? No way, man! The venom in those articles is way beyond that. I wonder. I feel like there's more to talk about here. Whoa! Oh shoot! I just totally skipped that. Hold on, let me try and see if I can. Ah, shoot! I see. Whoa! Deja vu, man! It's like that all over again. But no, the final showdown was canceled because of that murder. Oh, maybe he said I was gonna win too. This topic sure seems to strike a raw nerve. I hope it doesn't come between you guys. You kidding? Our friendship? Our friendship, it's like a diamond, only tougher. It's like a powder keg before a spark. It's like the calm before the storm. In other words, it's under a lot of pressure and ready to blow at any moment. Any moment? Okay, I think that's about all we're going to get from Robin. October 24th, Themis Legal Academy. Outdoor stage. Oh, you're right. Thank you for reminding me, Portland. Let me go into that and see what he said. Yeah, that's right. I remember this being such a nice feature, especially for streaming, because I miss dialogue sometimes. Yeah, whoa, deja vu, man. It's like I can almost taste on your victory again. Ah, okay. So we are pretty close. I thought the area was cordoned off. Hey, the police are discussing something over there. Ooh, I know. I'll just quietly sneak over for a listen. Here goes. Athena, watch where you're... Huh? Ah! Ouch. Who put this stupid box here? Wait. Apollo, this box, there's, What now? There's someone or something inside. Don't let it be a snake. Yeah, for real. I think the dialogue thing is important and should be in everyone, and also the notebook. I really like the agenda in this for investigations where it tells you what you should do, because sometimes investigation stages in these games you can really get stuck. And it could be that you just didn't look at some table or something, literally. You morons just blew my cover. I can't remember what voice I used for this character, but I'll just kind of roll with it. What the? There really is someone inside? Or there really is someone inside? That someone is me, Miriam Scuttlebutt. And I'm a senior in the judge course. What's the box? It's the fate of we who live in the shadows. There's a very good reason why none may see my face by the light of day. Wait, if you're taking the judge course, did you write a mock trial script too? You really want to see my script that bad? Well, you better watch out. Read it without my permission, and you'll wish you hadn't. Who cares? I'm sure it was rejected for a good reason. I think he's kind of a savage sometimes, honestly. Miriam Scuttlebutt. Oh, so you're studying to be a judge too? You must be classmates with Juniper. Are you a friend of hers? Juniper? Sure, she's my friend. That's why I'm gathering info. Now tell me all you know. You know, for tomorrow's trial. For tomorrow's trial? What are you talking about? I'm going to take the stand, naturally. So the witness for the prosecution is some weirdo in a cardboard box? Just disguised how I get my scoops. But you're right. It's me, so tell me everything you know for Juniper's sake. Wait a second, Miriam. Repeat what you just said. A lawyer with brains as bad as his ears. Poor Juniper. I'm taking the stand tomorrow. Tell me everything you know for Juniper's sake. Clear enough for you this time? Oh! I thought so. Athena, my bracelet's reacting. Really? That means... a lie already? That was quick. Oh, okay. I don't remember doing this yet out of courtroom, but yeah, usually this power is reserved only for trial segments, so. I'm taking the stand tomorrow. Tell me everything you know for Juniper's sake. There we go. I knew it had something to do with Juniper because it doesn't seem like they really like Juniper all that much. Gotcha! That's strange. You suddenly tightened your grip when you said, for Juniper's sake. It's like you subconsciously tense up because you're lying. What are you talking about? When did I ever lie? Okay then, let me ask you this. Why were you selected as a witness? That's an easy one. I'm the editor-in-chief of the Themis Herald. There we go. I know everything there is to know around campus, even the darkest of secrets. Editor-in-chief, huh? Pretty impressive. Yeah, well, it's a lonely one-woman operation. I do it all myself, from reporting to editing to publishing. Still impressed? I'm a perfect storm of journalism because I bring it all to the table. And there's the evidence here. An extra edition of the Themis Herald, published to coincide with the mock trial. Themis Herald added to the court record. Thanks, Miriam. You revealed who you truly are, as someone who's never had Junie's best interests in mind. What? Are you questioning our friendship? Look, you may want answers, but no can do because what you're saying conflicts with this piece of evidence. Conflicts. Take that! That's the Themis Herald, the paper I published. What about it? Are you really that dense? This article is full of malicious lies about Junie. It's definitely not something a true friend of hers would write. You got it all wrong. Another staff member wrote that one. I don't think so, Miriam. You even said it yourself just a moment ago. It's a one-woman operation. Or did you forget already? Nice. If you've just given me the info, you have. Stupid pawn, Juniper's just using you. What the? Weirdo. Weird. Miriam Scuttlebutt. Now I want the truth, Miriam. You hide in your box in order to collect gossip for your sleazy paper, isn't that right? You're not really friends with Juniper, are you? No, duh. She's a target of my scoops and my readers demand dirt. Extra, extra. The dirty little secret of the squeaky clean student council president. Dirty little secret. Alright, what are you planning to say in court, huh? I'm a witness to her part in the crime. I'm going to tell it all in a shocking expose. The end justifies the means. That's my brand of tell-all journalism. That is very bad journalistic ideology. Ugh. The end justifies he means? Wait a second. End justifies he means. In this dark age of law, many of us embrace Professor Means' methods, even future judges. I've even adopted an end justifies he means brand of journalism, which includes tape recorders secretly hidden all over our campus. Secretly recording every last word without anyone being any the wiser. That's illegal, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Doesn't she realize that's totally illegal? And one of them was at the scene of the crime. The art room.
You put a tape recorder in the art room? What did it record?
You wanna know? You really wanna know? Yes, please. That's so nice of you to... Like I'd really tell you now. The big scoop comes out in court tomorrow. You're so mean, Miriam. According to my evidence, a fatal fissure had opened between the three of them.
Who?
Junie, Hugh, and Robin? And what do you mean by fatal fissure?
A rift in the trio.
Juniper, Hugh, and Robin used to be the best of friends.
Used to be. They still seem to get along fine to me. I did send some Discord, though.
You don't know anything. Professor Means was his followers, and Professor Court had her. Professor Means has his followers, and Professor Court had hers. Their influence is inescapable.
Are you implying that one of them adheres to that extreme idea you and Professor Means have? Why would anyone follow that philosophy?
How could you possibly understand? You're new around here.
Miriam, wouldn't you feel better if you came out of the dark and into the light?
I can see fine in here. You'll be the one seeing the light in court tomorrow. Then you'll realize how guilty Juniper Woods really is.
We're going to have to cross-examine her tomorrow, but I don't know where to start. Well, let's at least take care of whatever we can today. You're right. Let's see what else we can find out. We can't investigate this area, so yeah, we kind of gotta go somewhere else. Oh, October 24th, Themis Legal Academy, 3rd floor lecture hall.
Look, there's Hugh. Hey, Hugh!
Oh, it's you two. Do you want something? Did you find anything? You said you were going to do some investigating of your own. Nope, nothing yet. I'm afraid it's not looking very good for Juniper. You don't really think Juniper could have done something like this, do you? Only the author and the victim knew the contents of the script. Both the stage and the art room were in the exact same state as described therein. Nobody could mimic the crime like that unless they'd already read the script or wrote it. I mean, theoretically, that is logical.
But...
Look, Professor Means is better able to handle this than you two, so just leave it to him. There it is again. I'm picking up some discord in Hugh's voice. Hugh O'Connor. Hugh, would you mind telling me a little bit about yourself? Whatever. I'm 6'1" under this uniform and 100% lean muscle. Dude. My grades are outstanding and I'm the ace of the archery club, needless to say. I never miss my mark. Edgy. Oh, and I'm incredibly humble too. Yikes. How can you even say that with a straight face? Those around me call me a genius, but I pay them no mind. Mm-hmm, sure. But when it comes to tests, I always get 100%, so I suppose it's only natural for them to say that I'm a genius. But as I said before, I pay them no mind. I heard you the first time.
But what about the mock trial? It sounded like you were about to lose to Robin. There's a very good reason for that. You see, right before the mock trial started, I saw the body. You saw the body? Right, and I was so distraught that I basically handed Robin a victory. Why didn't you say anything then? Like, what? Hugh, would you mind telling us a little more about that? Discovering the body. Right before the mock trial, the campus was empty. Everyone was here in the lecture hall. Your attention, please. This is an announcement from the mock trial committee. The mock trial will begin shortly. All students and faculty, please proceed at once to the lecture hall. That's right. There was that announcement, and then everyone came in here. The only exceptions were the mock trial participants. Okay. Juniper, Robin, and I were in our personal dressing rooms next door. They have dressing rooms? Wow, your own personal dressing rooms? That's total VIP treatment. Actually, they're for student-teacher meetings. They don't even have windows. The other two waited patiently in their rooms, but that's not my style. So I headed over to the archery range on the other side of this quad. I did some meditation while I waited. That's the best way to relax. Then, just before the mock trial was to start, I headed back toward the main building. As I walked across the quad, I passed in front of the stage. So that's when you saw the body? Right. Quite a shock. As much as I hate to admit it, my legs were shaking. I could have easily beaten Robin if it hadn't been for that. Why are they still sweating, though? Wait. Hold it right there. You went through with the mock trial even though you had just discovered a body? Why didn't you tell anyone? I mean, we're talking about someone getting killed here. I think I know why. Was it because of this? Where'd you get that? So this article in the Themis Herald is true. The winner of the mock trial would get to make his confession to Junie. Right, but if I reported the body I'd found, the whole thing would be called off. He really wanted to win that bad? Bad enough to ignore a dead body? Sorry, but that's not normal. Or could their love for Junie really be that strong? I wonder about that, honestly. Thanks for sharing that important piece of information with us. It may prove useful at tomorrow's trial. Good, because that's all I have to say about the matter. Thanks, and don't worry, we'll prove Juniper's innocence, you'll see. Huh. I can't say you two inspire much confidence. Okay, Athena, what next? Well, I think I've talked to everyone who is somehow linked to the case. Okay, maybe it's about time we wrapped up our investigation. Oh, wait, we haven't met with Junie yet. Yeah, you're right. Let's head over to the detention center. Yeah, let's do that. October 24th, detention center. Visitor's room. Athena, thank you so much for coming. She called me Athena like she used to. Maybe she's finally letting her guard down. The script. Junie, the crime's unfolding exactly like your script. Any idea what's going on here? We wanted to make it fair, so the script was kept secret until the day of the mock trial. And the only people who knew the details were Professor Court and I. Nothing we haven't heard already so far. Okay, there's one main point I want to bring up in regards to this. If that were the case, why would Junie, if she was the real murderer, arrange the crime scene exactly like, and have the circumstances exactly match her own script? That would make her look suspicious as heck.
However... Yes? What is it, Junie? Well, there was this one article in the school paper. You mean this one? It's more like a tabloid piece than a newspaper article, if you ask me. I've been worried that the trial would wreck the friendship between Robin, Hugh, and me. She wants to stay friends, but both the guys are hoping to take it to the next level. Oh, the passion of high school trauma. Wish I could have experienced it. And I know I shouldn't have, but I revised the script to favor the prosecution. But Professor Court noticed it immediately and changed it back. Ah, so if Robin had won, he wouldn't have been able to confess his love to Junie. That would have kept the trio's relationship the same. Never knew Junie could be so devious. Sorry, I guess my personal problems probably won't be of any help in court, huh? You never know. Help often comes from the most unexpected places. Thanks, Juniper. The awl. I was wondering about that awl you had on when you were arrested.
Detective Fulbright, we found this in the suspect's pocket. Hmm? Why, there's blood on this.
That's evidence we made for the mock trial.
A mock trial? Never heard of such a thing, but it sounds fishy to me. Real fishy.
What do you mean you've never heard of a mock trial? That happened...
I don't even know.
It was the murder weapon from the mock trial. And Professor Court and I were prepping it in the art room until the day before the trial. I didn't even realize I still had it on me until I was arrested.
Then we've nothing to worry about. There shouldn't be any way to link it to the crime.
Still, that blood red color on the awl bothers me. Wasn't it just paint or something? I mean, I was looking at it from pretty far away, but it probably was just paint, but that's what bothers me. It wasn't on the awl when we were prepping it yesterday.
What? It wasn't? Then how and when did it get there?
Well, before the mock trial began, I showed Dina and Mr. Wright to the waiting room. Then I went back to my dressing room to get the trial props we were going to use. That's when I found the art room key and the awl with what looked like blood on it. A key and the awl? Professor Court normally has the art room key since she's the Fine Arts Club's advisor. And since that key was there in the dressing room, I thought she was the one who had painted the awl to look like it had blood on it. After all, she always insisted that the props should be realistic, so... The owl suddenly shows up on the day of the trial with what looks like blood on it? I have a really bad feeling about this.
Me too, but let's not jump the gun on this.
Mock trial prep work. You and Professor Court were busy preparing for the mock trial together yesterday, right? Was that the last time you saw her? Yes, I left school at around 6 p.m.
Did you notice anything different about her?
No, I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. She looked and acted the same as always. I would have never guessed she'd end up like this. I would have never guessed she'd end up like this. It looks like we're about out of time. Thank you for coming to see me. We'll do everything we can to prove you innocent tomorrow. I know, and I believe in you, Thena. Well, I should go now. Bye.
Is she gonna be alright? She looks like a shadow of the girl we met back at the academy.
The Junie I knew was always like that, a little weak and sickly. But the fact that she's lifted her facade shows that she trusts us. Even still.
What is it?
Well, when Junie and her two friends were talking about their friendship, I sensed some discord in their hearts.
Seriously?
Yeah, but it was really faint. I might have been mistaken. There's no reason to doubt their friendship. Is there?
Don't worry, everything will be fine. You and Juniper are friends, right? You know that friend I mentioned to you earlier? Well, get this. Whenever something's troubling one of us, the other can just feel it. That's real friendship. I suppose you're right. Might as well forget about that and concentrate on the trial. Yep, tomorrow's a big day. Let's sort out what we know so far. Okay. The victim, Professor Constance Court, was murdered in the art room on the 3rd floor. Then her body was moved to the outdoor stage in the quad. Also, the location where we found the body was just as the mock trial script described. I wish those were the only similarities they shared. What do you mean? What I mean is the script in this case are exactly the same in almost every aspect or respect. So it follows that the actual trial may very well unfold just like the mock trial did. Oh no. The mock trial ended right before the prosecution was about to win. Well, that's not gonna happen. This time, Junie will be declared not guilty. Of course, I intend to get our results the honest way. We can do this! We'll be fine. After all, I have Apollo, and he's the king of being fine. Nice. Save, yes, of course, save. Oh shit. Okay. October 25th, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Law Member 3. Ugh. My butterflies have butterflies in their stomach. So, what's it like to have your very own case for the first time? My heart hasn't raced this fast since I ran that full marathon last year. If it keeps up, you might get a lawyer's high. Like a runner's high. Relax, everyone's nervous their first time. I always admire Mia Fey as a character. She's also one of my favorite characters because her first time was defending an escaped convict who's on death row. Like, you couldn't be... That's like the epitome of hopeless, but it kind of just shows who Mia is as a character, and I just love that. Sir, my fears weren't unfounded. After all, today's prosecutor is so terribly brutal, and willing to use any means necessary to win a conviction. There's that the end justifies the means concept again. Now that it has come to this, we have no choice but to fight fire with fire. The end justifies the means. Bruh. I wish he'd stop saying that. That's your method, Professor. I'm going to defend Juniper in my own way. But, Miss Sykes, just yesterday you told me. As a lawyer, what is it that you treasure beyond all else? That's an easy one, Professor. Seeking justice for my clients. But if this trial proceeds in the same manner and ends the same way as the mock trial, would you not lose everything you've worked so hard to gain? Well, I'll just have to make sure that doesn't happen then, won't I? My, but aren't you a stubborn one? Well, I suppose you'll have to learn of your own efficiency. The hard way. Forgive me, Professor Means, but can we just leave it at that? Oh dear, please forgive me. It's just I wish to protect Juniper by any means I can. I do too, but... Now, if you would excuse me. Ah, thanks to him, I'm feeling even more pressure than before. Don't let it get to you, Athena, and don't forget to keep smiling. One sec, sorry, I'm just looking at something. Sorry, I was just looking at something. Okay. Don't let it get to you, Athena, and don't forget to keep smiling. I'll be fine, and I haven't forgotten what Mr. Wright said. The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. The trial's about to begin. I'll show you to the courtroom if you please. Apollo, I'm counting on you to support Athena in this time. Okay, Mr. Wright, leave it to me. That's right, I have Apollo to back me up. Junie's fate rests in my hands. I won't rest until she walks free. Badass moment. October 25th, 10 a.m., District Court. Courtroom number 4. Day 1. Court is now in session. All rise.
Court is now adjourned for the trial of Juniper Woods.
Athena Sykes, defense team leader, is ready, Your Honor.
That didn't sound very confident. You sure you're okay?
I'll be fine.
Your baldness.
I know. As usual, you want me to deliver with the opening statement. Oh!
This case is crystal clear. I see no need to explicate it any further. Now summon the witness.
Oh.
Is there something the matter? Please do share your baldness.
Whatever gave you that idea? Bailiff, please call our first witness.
And now we don't even get an opening statement? Detective Fulbright. He and Prosecutor Blackwell have become quite the team.
Oh, right. The case brief. Leave it to me. Yes, let the detective in charge, everyone's favorite friend of justice, explain.
What was that just now? It's like he and Blackwell are totally in sync. Well, I don't think they're capable of mind melding, if that's what you're thinking.
All right, Detective Fulbright. Would you please explain the case to the court?
Professor Court's body was discovered on October 24th at approximately 2:30 p.m. She was murdered with this all I have here. The victim's body and the defendant's prints were both discovered on it.
All added to the court record. Eek! Court's autopsy report added to the court record. Wow, that bird can deliver evidence too? Blackwell's trained him well. Maybe Blackwell should train it not to mess up people's hair while he's at it.
Moving right along. The body was discovered on the outdoor stage, although no blood was found there. However, we detected traces of a massive amount of blood in the third-floor art room. In short, the murder took place in the art room.
So, and then the body had been moved from the art room to the stage?
Precisely. And there's one more piece of irrefutable evidence. A recording made by a tape recorder that a school paper reporter hid in the art room. It captured a female voice screaming, "You're a gunner!"
Oh. That's not very good.
What's this? You have such a recording?
Must be from that tape recorder Miriam mentioned. But why is this the first time we've heard of a death threat at the moment of the murder?
Shh! Silence, please! I would like to play the tape for you now. You're a gunner.
It is quite hard to hear.
But the voice does sound female. Tape recorder out to the court record.
The noise and low volume of the voice have made voice print analysis all but impossible.
Then you haven't identified the voices belonging to the defendant.
Not so fast! After all, voice print analysis isn't everything. The victim was killed at night, then discovered in the afternoon the next day. The question is, when was the body moved?
Oh, I know! It could have been moved in the middle of the night when no one was around.
Sorry, but no! The campus was full of students that morning, however, no one reported seeing a body. That means the body was moved sometime before the mock trial when all the students and faculty were gathered in the lecture hall and the rest of the campus was empty. It was during this time Hugh O'Connor, one of the mock trial participants, found the body. So the prosecution heard about Hugh seeing the body.
Wait one moment. If all of the students and faculty were gathered in the lecture hall, then there wouldn't have been anyone who could have moved the body.
Have no fear, for there's always an exception.
An exception?
The 3 mock trial participants were standing by in individual dressing rooms. They were the only ones who had free access to the deserted campus before the mock trial.
What? That would mean... What would that mean?
Those 3 students were the only ones who could have moved the body. In justice we trust! I don't like where this is headed, Athena. Me neither. And by those 3, I mean... Hugh O'Connor, Robin Newman, and Juniper Woods. I knew it. Please, Detective Fulbright, don't say what I think you're about to say. In justice we trust! I take it everyone understands now. The voice believed to be that of the murderer was female, and out of the 3 people who could have moved the body, just one is a girl. That leaves the defendant Juniper Woods as the only possibility.
No!
Impressive. He has you on the ropes even before any cross-examinations.
You could at least pretend to be upset for me.
A splendid job, Fulbright. That could not be any clearer. Feel free to anticipate a salary raise next month.
I don't do this for the money. It's all about it's all about justice. In justice we trust.
Not only a half-wit, but a perennial stick in the mud you are.
I guess neither the carrot nor the stick works on Detective Fulbright.
Now, bailiff, please bring our next witness to the stand.
Ah, so we don't even get to cross-examine him. Oh, God. One moment. I'm going to take a few minutes just to step away for a second, just to rest my voice a little bit and just grab something. I'll be back. Sorry about that. Just 1 second, I need to... look at something real quick. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay.
So, our first one is a cardboard box?
Brr.
Cack. Stealth mode deactivated.
1 second. Sorry again. Okay. Come back.
Oh my! The box is hands!
Smile, Your Honor.
What the dickens? I've said my picture's taken.
Miriam Scuttlebutt, senior at the Legal Academy. I'm a reporter on the judge course. Juniper's been a bad girl. I'll tell you all about her crimes.
Might I ask whether you could come out of that box?
How I get any more scoops so I blow my cover? So the answer is no. After all, covert action is an undercover reporter's bread and butter.
But testimony for a faceless witness is highly irregular.
A former ninja I met in the clink said that exposing those who work in the shadows is to pass the death sentence upon them.
Oh my! I never thought of it that way. Very well. If it would spare life, I'll make a special exception this time.
Brr.
A former ninja in prison? Holy Shinto, how can the judge believe this load of crock?
Now, your testimony, please. Oh, but take care not to reveal your face.
When is testimony? The similarity of the case in the script.
The murder happened exactly like Juniper's mock trial script. Up until the mock trial began, only Professor Court and Juniper knew the script's content. But Professor Court's sudden decision not to use the script sparked Juniper's murderous rage. Juniper had to be the killer. She has a motive in the murders just like her script.
Wait.
The murder is just like your script? How could such a thing be could such a thing be true?
Compare script to the murder case and the crime scene photos, and then you'll see.
This is so simple even an ape posing as a decrepit old judge could understand. Only the victim and the defendant were privy to the script, ergo the defendant is the killer. Furthermore, in the art room where the crime was supposedly occurred, this witness's script, along with an envelope on which use was written, were found. This proves that the accuser's script had been rejected the day before the mock trial. She pressed the victim to use her script, and an argument ensued, and then the fatal stabbing. That makes perfect sense. What now? Not really when you consider the fact that the script was used. Prosecutor Blackwell has all his ducks lined up in a row. He's really on a roll now. Ugh, he's like a pit bull once it sinks its teeth into you. How dare she? My script had it all. A bum rap and phony evidence. Grudges and betrayals.
I trust the defense is ready to cross-examine the witness.
No problem. I mean, yes, I'm ready. I think. Time to find a hole in your testimony and unbox the truth. I've seen it done over and over. I know I can do this. Cross-examination. The similarity of the case in the script. I still think... Well, this is very weird. This is so strange to me, for multiple reasons, because the whole premise here is that the script is the same as how the mock trial played out, but now they're saying the script was rejected? Like, what? That doesn't make any sense. But if we think about it, maybe pressing is apt here then. Maybe. We'll try it. The murder happened exactly like, or oops, where is it? But Professor Court's sudden decision not to use the script sparked Juniper's murderous rage. Hold it! How do you know that Professor Court wasn't going to use her script? There in the art room where the heinous crime took place, an envelope marked Use and Miriam Scuttlebutt's script were found. Evidently, the script that was going to be used belonged to the girl in the box over there. It's only natural that my script would be accepted and hers rejected. I introduced all sorts of brand new concepts, including bribery and fake evidence. It was a cutting-edge script portraying a courtroom battle in the dark age of the law. I can't help but feel Professor Court went out of her way not to use it. But Juniper, she used some devious, underhanded tactics to get her script chosen. That's why her script and not my masterpiece is used in the mock trial. How's that for an explanation? That's pretty bad. Okay, let's actually examine this claim in more detail. 1 second. Juniper has to be the killer. She has a motive and the murder is just like her script. We need to consider both the mock trial script. Okay. Oh, a red suit, but she was wearing a green one. Weird. Objection! Wait, what? I guess we'll just press on it, but okay, never mind, might be. This piece of evidence clearly reveals the inconsistency in the witness' testimony.
I've been doing this far too long to be fooled by such nonsense.
And I really tried hard that time too. Your Honor, can I at least get credit for trying?
Very well, I hereby award Miss Sykes the court's Wasted Effort Award.
No! Where's the love? Okay. Juniper has to be the killer. She has a motive in the murderers, just like her script. Hold it! Anyone who saw the mock trial could have repeated the crime. After they saw the mock trial, they could have easily staged the body just like the script.
Objection!
Wary is the trial which pits Hawk against Canary. Objection! What did you just say? If he's so wary, you should try humping less. I bet that'd save some energy. This is no time for jokes, Apollo. He just called me a canary. Don't let him get to you. At least canaries pick up on things quickly, just like you. I shan't repeat myself, so listen carefully, Sykes don't know. Hugh O'Connor discovered the body before the mock trial even began. Oh, right. How could one stage the body as it is in the script before anyone knew its contents? That's right. Do you even fathom the intricacies that go into staging a crime scene? No, I think not. You have the rudimentary mind of an elementary school child. Elementary school? Reporter's testimony throws attorney Athena Sykes for loop. The perfect caption.
How marvelous! A photo in the newspaper is just the thing to boost your brand.
In a school paper? Seriously? Anyone can see the similarities between the script and this case, but that doesn't mean Junie's the killer. I know it's frustrating, Athena, but we don't have much time to go on at this point. We don't have much to go on at this point. All you can do is relentlessly press the witness and hope you find a hole. You can find a hole. Or you hope you find a hole. Okay, got it. Press relentlessly. Right. The murder happened exactly like Juniper's mock trial script. Hold it! There must be places where the script in this case diverge. Cat, don't sweat the details. That kind of stress will give you wrinkles. Oof. It's a wonder that those dents in the cardboard fade as soon as she relinquishes her fist. Objection! I'm not worried. My skin is as fair as silk.
Objection!
Indeed, you are quite fair. Fairly desperate. Objection! What did you just say? Buck will really turn that one around on you. Whose side are you on? Hurry up and think of a clever comeback. Whoa, easy there, Athena. Now you listen to me. The cases do indeed have their differences. For one, the state hadn't yet been erected in the mock trial script, and in the actual case there were signs indicating the victim's wrists had been bound. But such differences pale in comparison to the host of similarities. In any event, replicating the crime without knowledge of the script is an impossibility. Looks like I won't be passing this off as a coincidence. Tss, tss, tss. What a total burn. Try again, why don't you, pawn of woods?
I believe you pressed the witness more than enough, Miss Sykes.
Well, we could press more with this. Okay. Now do you see how clear-cut this in my case is? Take it now and in that fair, desperate mind of yours. Etch it deep so you may never forget. No. No! Even my arguments get thrown back in my face.
It wasn't supposed to be like this. What am I going to do? Athena. You should just about have all the answers you've been looking for now. Huh? Think about it this way. If the killer knew the details of the mock trial, would they really commit the crime in the exact same way? That's what I was saying earlier. Why would they do that? It doesn't make any sense. I don't follow. Try to place yourself in the killer's shoes. I bet we'll discover an inconsistency if you do. I get it. Thanks, Apollo. Miss Scuttlebutt, just so we're clear, you're claiming that the killer intentionally made the crime scene look just as it was in the script, and that it is beyond the shadow of a doubt not a coincidence. Is that correct? No, duh. After all, it's more just more evidence of Juniper's evil she-devil ways. Objection! What I say? Our client made the crime scene look just like the script, something known only to her. That would be not just foolhardy, but completely irrational. What do you mean?
Yes, Miss Sykes. Please tell us code what you mean by irrational.
It wouldn't make any sense for Junie to mimic her own script on purpose because it would make her the culprit. The murder scene was the same as it was in the mock trial script. That in and of itself is irrational. What's wrong with them being the same?
Yes, Miss Sykes. Can you explain what you mean?
Okay. Let's say, for argument's sake, that Miss Woods is the killer. If so, then what reason would she have to intentionally make the actual murder mimic her own script? That's easy. She was admitting that she was the... That's right. If she had really done that, it would have been like proclaiming to the world that she was the killer. So what we actually have here is evidence of someone trying to frame our client. What the oof? The body was found the day of the mock trial. In short, the day the details were revealed. So it would be completely irrational, or completely inconceivable for the murder to go exactly like the script. Don't let it go to your head just yet.
Objection.
Objection. I would seem... typo, I think. It would seem Justice Stono's comrade in arms has finally drawn a sword. However, the blade is dull and it shall remain so until you master its use. Enough with these stupid sword metaphors already. There's a perfectly good reason for the inconsistency of which you speak. Reason? What reason? Must I spell out everything? You're what people today call high maintenance. I mean, you have to spell out your argument, if that's what you mean. That's kind of your job. If you're gonna make an argument, you have to say it. The accused had intended to stop the mock trial and end in that event. Nary a soul would have been the wiser to the similarities of the case and script. But even so, why would she go to all the effort to do so? There's no reason. Who is she trying to prove? Objection! No, the mock trial was only stopped after the body was accidentally discovered. Objection! Our witness here had also discovered the body. In fact, she was led to our dearly departed professor by the accused herself. What? Miss Scuttlebutt saw the body too? Precisely. And with the discovery of the body, the mock trial ought to have been cancelled. Wait, so you didn't call the police? Nope, I kept it secret for my big scoop. Dude, what the fuck? Frick. You can't do that! I made her pay long and hard penance for her sin, did I not, my little box top? Compared to the work of a war correspondent, the sheer terror of... that was... Jeez, I wonder what the Twisted Samurai did to her. Block off all the holes in her box.
and spin her like a top while Detective Fulbright cackled in delight. That sounds more nauseating than scary.
Enough jabbering. Witness, continue your testimony.
Sure, Mr. Samurai. I'm ready to finish off that she-devil.
What the heck? Do we not notice how this is a clearly biased witness? No one? Okay. Witness doesn't know what Scuttlebutt saw.
I stuck into Juniper's dressing room while everyone was in the lecture hall. Juniper had changed into her stage costume. I asked her, "What are you doing?" When suddenly she fled into the hallway, as if she wanted me to follow her. I followed her all the way to Professor Court's body. She led me right to it. I'm positive it was Juniper because she was wearing the costume that she had made. Hold it! Why did you withhold such key testimony? What's that supposed to mean?
Athena, you haven't even got started your cross-examination.
I know, but her testimony points to her as being a potential suspect.
Well, I don't think Prosecutor Blackwell is... No, wait, I bet he's already thought of that.
The witness left the lecture hall to sneak into Miss Woods' room before the mock trial. That means she too could have moved the victim's body. Cack! The prosecution's claim no longer has any ground to stand on. Help!
No need to ruffle your own feathers so. When you squeak like a little brat, it agitates Taka. Taka, do you want him to peck your eyes out?
No, thanks.
You listen here. The witness has a perfectly good alibi.
Oh yeah, I do. Around the estimated time of death, I was at undercover reporter class. It's right near my home.
Undercover reporter class? The proverbial rug has been pulled from under you. The witness could not be the killer.
The defense must look before leaping, or at least make sure the rug secured the floor.
I tried to warn you. Well, that ends the cross-examination. Let's allow the witness to step down.
Huh? No, wait a minute.
The defense has no right to cross-examine the witness after that little spectacle. Whatever a man is sowing, this he will also reap.
Why can't you say you reap what you sow?
Very well. If the cross-examination is over, I suppose the witness may go home.
What the? Dude, we have a right to cross-examine. What the hell?
Perhaps some time in a lovely box and spend some time in her lovely box and recover from today's stressful events.
Don't you worry about me, Your Honor. There's no rest for the wicked, or journalists either. My third eye is always eyeing a scoop.
She's always eyeing a scoop.
Well, back to the trenches. Bye-bye.
Dude, why would they...
Hold it! Not so fast, Miss Scuttlebutt.
Apollo?
There's just one thing I'd like to ask.
Did you take pictures of the victim's body? And if not, why not? That is a good question.
Well, that is... No, I didn't take one.
Well, that's strange. Why wouldn't you take a picture if you're always eyeing a scoop?
Kick. Did you or didn't you really see the victim's body? Kick. It's not like I, actually saw it, but...
What the devil? Oh, interesting. Did you hear that, Your Honor?
The witness didn't actually see the body. That completely overturns the prosecution's claim that the witness was led to it.
Justice Stono, you dare bear steel at me again?
Hold it. Nice try, Boy Wonder. So what if I didn't see the body? The fact remains that Juniper led me there. Feast your eyes on this.
What exactly am I looking at here?
It's a crucial moment forever frozen in time by my third eye. A photo clearly showing Juniper Woods.
Oh, we've had this issue before. For one, we don't know that's Juniper Woods. For two, I'm pretty sure the design on the costume is different in real life than in that picture. There's some discrepancy. Maybe it's like inside out or something. I can't remember. Cack!
Why did you not tell me of this?
It's a shocking scoop I was saving for just the right moment. And that would be now, right here in court. Surprise! Cack! What'd I do? All journalists keep their scoops in secret until the right moment.
She's pretty brave hiding it from Blackwell like that. Or pretty stupid. Well, this is an unexpected turn. Athena, about this picture. See how it only shows the back of the subject? So then... Right, who knows whether this photo shows Juniper in the first place?
Objection!
A completely irrelevant point. What is relevant here is... there was someone who did try to lead the witness to the body. But it's kind of important to your argument, at least in part, that Juniper was the one who did so. Take a gander at this, the route by which the accused escaped. The witness pursued the accused this way, after she fled the dressing room. The accused descended to the first floor and exited the quad. Then what? Cod and cretin. Oh my god.
Then I tripped and fell. Caught my knee on my own box.
She stayed under her box even while running after someone? Sounds difficult. Recall that the body was already there, for Hero Connor had already seen it. She was trying to show someone the body because she wanted to stop the mock trial. Hold it! But if the facts have changed, that's all the more reason to cross-examine the witness.
The defense has a point there. Very well. May proceed with the cross-examination.
It seems Justice Soda has saved you your pretty little hide, Missy. For now, at least. Guess I pulled that off somehow. Thanks, Apollo. You're a lifesaver. Incidentally, my compliments to the witness for her very fine box.
It's primo cardboard, lovingly selected from among many.
Tell another lie, or hide another fact from me, and I shall put it to the torch.
Please, anything but that.
I mean, it's just a cardboard box. I don't know, like, if there's a real big difference between quality cardboard boxes and low quality ones. 1 second. Okay.
I think it would be more eco-friendly to recycle it, but that's just me. Alright, strikes. You may cross-examine the witness.
Cross-examination. What Scuttlebutt saw. Okay, 1 second, I'll be right back. I gotta go use the bathroom. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm back. In all honesty, Portland, I'm sorry to say this, but I think I'm gonna cancel, or I mean, call it for now because I'm having, I don't know, I guess my stomach's really upset. I think I need to go lie down, but, for a bit. But I'll be streaming these more often. Probably the next one will be like within the next 2 weeks, so, just keep your eye out for that. But yeah, thanks for watching, Portland. It's been great. Let me just make sure this is saved again. And I will call it there. But thank you, Portland, and everyone else who came to watch the stream. And I will see you all next time. All right. Bye, everyone.